Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Again, I'm your host, Keisha Lancelin. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about an event coming up to benefit Meals on Wheels. I'm here with Brandon and Ty.
Thanks for having
Happy to
us.
be here.
Absolutely. Well, Brandon, let's start at the beginning. For people who've been living under a rock, tell us a little about Meals on Wheels.
So, Meals on Wheels Atlanta is a 60 plus year old organization that has the purpose of Meals on Wheels Atlanta has been to provide nourishing meals to seniors facing hunger and social isolation in the city. We are one of many in the country, but we are unique in that we raise almost 97% of our funds. So, our operations is a little bit different. And speaking of operations, we also are largely dependent upon volunteers to get those meals out to the seniors. So, 3 days a week, volunteers are lined up around the building, waiting to take meals to seniors and getting those meals into the hands of the folks who need them the most. So, we are really thankful for them.
You know what? It's so important when we think about coming together as a community to have volunteers step up to the plate. What does an event like Taste do for that mission and that initiative?
Hazed is one of those events that, we needed to connect to a younger audience that can grow alongside the organization. So 5 years ago, I had the idea of creating an event centered around our core focus, which is food. Food has a propensity to bring people together, and that is just what Taste has done over the years. So is it an? It's I hate to pat myself on the back, but it's my favorite event that we have because it's not stuffy, but it's fun and it's centered around food. We have over 20 culinary partners that come in and donate their time to have bites throughout the evening. We have entertainment. DJs, you name it. It's a great time. We last year I think we had over 400, 500 people here on site at our headquarters, and we're anticipating that amount this year, if not more. So we are really proud of what Taste has done to bring folks who necessarily might not have been socially involved to the organization to make a difference in the lives of seniors. So and Ty, we brought on about Ty and Company. We brought up around 3 years ago,
This will be my fourth year.
four
Yeah,
years ago
yeah, yeah.
to help us scale and amplify the event. So Ty,
Yeah, so we're really excited. Our company, LMG, myself, and Justin Perry, excited to work with MOA and help bring the mission to life. And one of the great things about Taste is not only do we bring in culinary partners, but we also honor people. So we pick about 10 to 12 people that we call influential tastemakers. They are young professionals who are really making a name for themselves in the city of Atlanta and outwardly. So this year we have 13 tastemakers that we're honoring, one of which is Imani Ellis. She is the founder of CultureCon and the Creative Collective. We're very excited to have her. She has a very vast network, and we're happy to bring that audience here into MOA because we need the eyes, we need the people so that we can continue to feed seniors. And so that's really what Taste does. It helps bring in that young audience into an organization that, we do things a little different. Like when you come to this event, it looks nice, it feels nice, you dress up nice, it's a fly event, but we're also raising money and feeding seniors. So it's really important.
Oh my gosh. You know what? People love good food. Listen, you're on the right track. You feed people good food, they will be back. So to that end, give us all the details.
I would say, we're really lucky this year to have a Michelin restaurant on board with us, which is Lazy Betty. In addition to that, we have Bar Anna, which is a bar that is for 21 and over. It's a cocktail and dessert bar, and they're going to be activating here on site. We have Nana's Chicken and Waffles, owned by Kelly Farrell, who's on the Housewives of Atlanta. And so the food is going to be very diverse, over 20 vendors. Each vendor they activate on site, and basically what they do is they pick something off of their menu that you would get at the restaurant, and they bring in 400 bites so that every single person that walks through the door gets a chance to taste it. So you get a taste of Atlanta at Taste.
yeah.
I love it. All right. What do we need to do to get tickets? Is there a website? Where should we tune in?
Yes, so tickets can be found on our website at mowatl.org/events. We do encourage folks to get those tickets as soon as possible. We are almost sold out, so we definitely encourage folks to hurry up and get those tickets and then get their outfits to wear to the event.
Mhm. Also, if you're not able to attend Taste because we are sold out, feel free to go to MOA's website and make a donation. You can make donations all year round. No donation is too big or too small, and it helps amplify the message of feeding seniors, and also sign up for our newsletters that you don't miss our next event.
And one thing to note too, Keisha, we have over 800 seniors on our waiting list waiting to receive meals. So this event and our other three tentpole events help us get to a day where we don't have a wait list. So the more the merrier. We're always needing volunteers and we're always needing donations to make sure that we can get those seniors off the wait list.
For sure.
Thank you both for making time for us here on Focus Atlanta. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Likewise, thank you.
All right. Everybody wants to take part in the success of organizations like Meals on Wheels, but part of that is us standing behind them and pushing them forward. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, get your tickets. If it gets sold out, because it probably will, go ahead and still make that donation. Make sure that you are a part of continuing this legacy. Thanks, guys, for tuning in to this segment of Focus Atlanta. Please stay tuned for more.